Welcome to Capture Culture, where worlds collide, creatives thrive, and the beat never dies. We're your
Well,
hosts,
I say, I'm Adam.
and I'm Alex, coming fresh with a mic check and thanking you for the time you're about to invest.
What's up, homeboy?
Man,
How you doing?
dude, there's aliens. Aliens exist. Aliens
I like it.
exist.
I like
It
living.
came out.
I like living in a world where aliens exist, where there's a little bit of unknown. Like, shoot, what are they here for? What are they? What do they want? Like, what is all these questions that I have, but it brings excitement, don't you think? Aren't you excited about it?
Fuck yeah, dude. The thing that puzzles me the most is like it's not even that crazy of a story.
Mm-hmm.
Like we live in such a weird, crazy world where like back in the day, if you told us that aliens would exist, this would like it'd be bedlam. It'd be wild. It would be everyone would be frantic, right?
Well, how far back in the day?
Now we don't even give a shit. I'm talking like even 15 years ago, like not even that far back.
Well, I feel like Joe Rogan on his podcast, he had one of those guys on his podcast a few years back, and he said the same story. And I guess just getting the confirmation that they're here now. A lot of people are talking about it more and more. I feel like people are kind of freaking out about it. It's just, I guess, until you see a spaceship in the sky, then there will be bedlam. Like I
It's
feel
like what kind of aliens? What kind of aliens are we dealing with? Like Independence Day aliens, Men in Black aliens. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the question, dude. It's wild. We're still in a state where we need to see it to believe it.
Right.
I feel like
Right.
like this is just still like another story. Okay,
Show me a
but we
body.
haven't seen anything.
Show me a
Show
body.
me the body. But I mean, in case you didn't know or you haven't seen it, right? Like how we learned this is a U.S. intelligence agent came out under oath
Mm-hmm.
and said that we have alien aircraft, right? Not of this world aircraft and not of this world body remains and whatnot. And like all this shit came out.
Damn, that's a loud truck. I can't help it. But
Gas guzzler. Yo, it's all good. We'll just edit that part out. Yeah, man. So all this shit came out.
Yeah, and
Under oath.
the stuff that he wouldn't say, the stuff that he's like, oh, well, I can't really speak about it in a public forum. I'll tell you in a skiff, stuff like that. That's like
Right.
that's
Gotta
stuff
be top classified.
I want to hear that stuff, and at this point, I feel like the people, the American people, or the people of the world, it's like quit it with all this top secret. Just tell us what's going on so we can be ready for it. Quit hiding things and
Right.
and but then saying, oh well, it exists, but it's on a need to know. Like we all need to know. I feel like let us all know what's up.
Like right now, like it's being memed, it's being gifted everywhere. It's like no one's taking it really serious or anything. Like, should we? I don't know. How long have they been here?
Since the 30s.
How interconnected are our species that we do not know of? Like how involved is our government with alien life? Are we in constant communication with them? Is there like a checks and balances system going on between aliens and humans,
When you said that, I kind of just realized like, oh, no wonder why he probably doesn't want us to, he probably can't speak about things in a public forum, because his higher ups are probably aliens, man. Think about it, if they've been here since the 1930s, then that's almost 100 years. They're probably, generals and stuff like that. I mean, if an alien comes to your planet and he's speaking to like a general of war or whatever, who are the first people that encounter an alien on a planet? Like, right. So they probably
the Egyptians, I don't know, like some ancient civilization, maybe the apes way back in the day when they evolved. I have no idea. Like how far back does it go? The Egyptians were wild, man, right? They had hieroglyphics. They predicted futuristic shit. They pyramids and whatnot. Like there's probably alien technology back then and just like vanished. I don't know. There's a lot of unexplained phenomenons in this world, right? Like natural things in places of the world, pyramids being one of them. Like how far back does this shit go? And then here's the thing too. This is just wild. Like if they do exist and they've been here for that long, like everything becomes like, what do I want to say? Like, what can you trust? What can you trust anymore? Like you got to question everything. Like what is real? Like is our history books real? Like everything,
No.
all the moves that play out on Earth like a chessboard that leads us to where we're at as a society. You got to wonder, are there fingerprints? Do they even have fingerprints? But are there fingerprints
You think you could
all
take?
over it?
You
You know
think
what I mean? Like, are there fingerprints all over this shit?
you think you could take an alien 1-on-1?
I don't know, bro. How do I know? If I'm gonna honestly guess, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
No,
All right. Well,
no, I
no.
don't think so. I don't know what an alien looks like. I don't know what an alien looks like, dude. I will look. It's
Close
survival.
combat.
You're gonna
It's close
fight
combat.
hard.
It's like close combat. You know, no weapons. No weapons. Close combat. Like so, hand to hand combat. Now, this alien is not really strong, but it may have like
I don't know.
mental prowess over you. It may have the ability to
Right.
like maybe could jump really high, but really that other than that isn't very like powerful, strong. But you would have to like,
But what if it's on some predator shit?
well, but what like eat you? Like,
I don't know.
like
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what they look like.
right.
Have they? You know what I mean? Are they shapeshifters? We discussed this in previous episodes.
Right.
Like, it's been coming up within capture culture here a lot because it has been in the news, and we're just faded ass motherfuckers like to think of some crazy shit sometimes,
And
right?
all of a sudden, Ancient Aliens doesn't seem that funny, you know. Like when you'd watch
No.
Ancient Aliens before, it's like, man, this guy's whack.
Dude,
But now
dude,
the
I
things that
feel-
he's saying are like, oh, it's like almost like a told you so, you know. And it's,
I feel like they're coming, dude.
They're
I feel like
coming.
they're coming. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what we need is I'm picturing like this huge alien rollout to the world, you know, like lights in the sky and shit, and out of the clouds emerges like this huge saucer or multiple. I don't know, man. I'm imagining this big like parade of like, yo, we here. You wanted us, we're here now. I don't think it's gonna be like a spotting, like a something caught on video, and we're like, oh shit, alien. I think they're gonna like be like right in your face.
I think what it's gonna be is like one day everyone's watching TV, all of a sudden just comes like the news will come up, you know, and then it's like the White House. It's the White House, and they're speaking as like a emergency kind of meeting, and then Biden will be like, you know what, I'd like to introduce our alien counterparts, you know, like here they are, like, and introduce us to the alien. The alien be like, we are only here for resources. You know, we are your friends, and we would like you to join the galactic communities, you know. And
sounds like an Arabian alien.
yeah, well, he's he's speaking.
That
he's speaking,
alien resides in
He's speaking.
Iran for
No, well,
sure,
he's
dude.
speaking one. He's speaking one language, but you know we could all understand him because it tunes into our minds somehow, you know, and it's not like he doesn't even have a mouth.
Do they have a leader? Like, do the aliens have a leader?
Yeah,
Do they have like a presidente, or do they have a king?
Well,
Do they have a?
I feel like if the aliens are flying here and they're crashing, you know, and their spaceships are crashing to the point where we're recovering them, like it may be like that those leaders on those aircrafts aren't, you know, top notch. They're probably they're sending out their lower grunts, you know, and being like, well, you know, let's do some research on this planet. But yeah, they do have a leader, you know, they do have a leader, especially if they got organization enough to fly in a Tic Tac.
Yeah.
You think Tic Tac's getting like some some promote, like, you know, they're catching some sales from this Tic Tac ship, you know? They should come out with some Tic Tac alien like versions, and you know what I'm saying? If I was Tic Tac, the company Tic Tac, I'd be like, let's jump all over the spaceship stuff, you know, let's jump on it. No,
Got to. I'm lost though. Like, where did Tic Tac come?
well, the Tic Tacs are the spaceships.
I didn't see that.
The spaceships that they're saying are in the shape of a Tic Tac, and what these spaceships can do.
That's what they're saying.
They're going like they go like they can go diagonally. They can go from 0 to 100 in no time at all, like that. They could. They're outmaneuvering our fastest airplanes and stuff like that. And yeah, that's what they're saying. They're flying in Tic Tacs.
Crazy range of motion, huh?
Yeah.
I think that, bro, one day
No propulsion.
like, our world will change, man. Our world will change in the blink of an eye once they just finally come out and we see like the first alien interview.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's the day, like when the president's on the news and the alien is there, you know, and I feel like the alien.
What if the president just like reaches back?
Yeah. Oh,
grabs
totally.
shit?
Totally. And then
That would put us in a panic. That would be pandemonium.
What would you do?
Pandemonium.
What would you do? Like, would you like gather your family and gather your weapons and like go into hiding, or would you like what would you do?
Well,
How
I'd
would you
be
respond
looking
to
at
that?
I'd be looking at you, Lil Funny. I could tell you that. You look like
You think I'm an
maybe
alien?
be an alien. If I see somebody do that and I know that could happen, I
Right.
start looking at everybody like, can I do that? You
Yeah.
don't even know if you're an alien, like a secret alien. You're like looking for the spot, looking for the hinge.
I think you know if you're an
I would
alien.
definitely be looking at you funny, and I think it would make our show a lot better than
If I was an
and
alien, right? An
That'd be
actual
so
alien.
dope.
You know, there
That
are
would be
these
so-
people that claim to be, from separate planets, or different planets, and everyone's like, "You fucking crazy," like, and they're like end up on the street corner, yelling things like that. What if
You think
those?
you've ever dated? You think you've ever dated an alien? Do you have any suspect ex-girlfriends or anything that could have been
No,
aliens?
no aliens, just some bipolar chicks.
Oh man, wild world, dude. Wild world. Aliens to clones, right? From cloning. Jamie Foxx is all better. Jamie Foxx is feeling good.
Mhm.
Have you seen like and read the conspiracy of Jamie Foxx being cloned?
Yeah, man.
Have you seen that?
Just look, I think Jamie Foxx is so talented, and what they're saying is that he looks different, right? And the reason why
Right,
he looks
yeah.
different, the reason why he looks different,
He was
is
sick.
He was sick. He was sick, right? So, in fact, man,
Really sick.
yeah, to the point where he didn't want people looking at him, So I mean, that kind of just
Right.
tells you that people,
You want your privacy.
right,
I get that. When I was hurt and injured, I didn't want anybody to see me like that.
right, exactly.
And I was just in a back brace, and I had a cast on my left wrist. But tubes, like having tubes and being in a hospital bed and all that, no one wants to see anybody like that.
And
So I get that.
I definitely.
So you don't think he's cloned? You don't
No,
think?
I definitely think he's taken it in stride too. That people's curiosity, and it's something that he probably knew he'd have to deal with being in the public eye all the time, and people calling him an alien as well. People saying that he's an alien, and he actually. And I don't know if you've seen it, the video where he's like, "Well, to the people calling me an alien," and he reaches back like he's. Gonna,
Yeah, I did see it, like what I just did.
yeah,
Like what
exactly.
just did.
I mean, I love that. He's taking it in stride, joking around about it, and
Got to.
I really just stay off his dick, man. Like, give the man some respect because he deserves it. He's earned it, So.
Here's the thing, though. Like, is it far-fetched to think that they can clone people if aliens now exist?
Oh,
If
no.
we're finding
can.
out that aliens exist? You really don't know. I don't know if Jamie Foxx is being cloned. I'm just saying that. But also, what's really weird and eerie, if you will, and ironic of the situation is he was just in a movie called They Cloned Tyrone on Netflix. And it's one of Netflix's actually biggest hits. This movie's doing really well. And it's a movie about cloning. And it's a movie about like cloning people to help
Government
mind control,
right.
yeah, a certain group of people and demographics and whatnot. So that's what the movie's about. And this movie is out, and then like there's these stories of Jamie Foxx getting cloned and what happened, and he was sick. It's just weird, right? Like, can we all acknowledge that? Like, am I tripping out? Like, how weird is that, bro?
Did you ever notice how they don't have Walmart in poor area? I mean, in rich areas, they have a Target, right? But in Walmarts are only in poor areas. I feel like what they're doing in They Clone Tyrone is kind of like a commentary on what the way life is today, And it's not like they're not. I don't feel like what they're saying is it's a possibility in the future. I feel like it's something that they're doing now with like McDonald's, or people being captivated by church leaders and people. I feel like in the low income places, you get very typical types of stores that are only seen there, and people consume that stuff because it's the only choice they got. And They Clone Tyrone is kind of like does a good job of helping to open your eyes to that type of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Jay-Z talked about it. Jay-Z says, why they call a project? Because it's a project,
Oh, yeah,
and everyone
see,
inside of it. That's a Jay-Z rap lyric, and Jay-Z has also rapped about Justify My Thug, how every corner there's a liquor store, gun store. What the fuck is up?
Lotto tickets, like all that type of stuff. That's
yeah. Let me sum up everything you were trying to say, though, because
Yeah.
for those who didn't see them, I mean, the movie is about the hood, the projects, inner cities, and how the government pretty much controls everybody in it through the food that they eat, through the music that they listen to. I mean, the movie is very geniusly written. I really liked it. I thought the movie was entertaining from beginning to end. I thought Jamie Foxx in it was hilarious. He plays a pimp. There's a pimp, a gangster, and a hooker.
A drug dealer. He's a drug dealer.
He's a drug dealer,
Right.
gangster, whatever you want, a dope boy, whatever you want to call it. And there's a prostitute, lady of the night, and then there's the pimp.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie has underlining comedy to it, but it is also like a sci-fi. You were telling me how like you didn't find it too funny. There is just funny moments, but I think the message behind the movie, they wanted to have it be taken a little seriously, so they mixed the humor with like some crazy shit.
It definitely had the influences of a blaxploitation film. I don't know, like a Dolomite kind
100%.
of vibe, right? And I love that part of it. That it had that vibe.
Yeah.
I feel like they did a good job of that stuff. But
you mentioned religious leaders because it's funny because like all the places that they go to that are like the underground, the secret locations, right? It's a trap house. It was a church and it was a strip club. If there's another one, I forget, but those were three like entry points to like the secret locations. Was the trap house, the liquor store.
Yeah.
Liquor store. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, man, I thought it was good. I tripped out on how it's a movie about cloning and all this shit's coming out with Jamie Foxx. I'm like, man,
Jamie Foxx not
crazy.
A clone though. I feel like that's people's imaginations just wanting an answer, and that's like a lazy answer because they cloned Tyrone, came out with Jamie Foxx, and people just or it's a great way for the creators of that movie to get a little bit of free promotion. Having Jamie Foxx talk about being a clone. Actually, that's probably really what happened.
Yo, Adam, would you want a clone of yourself? Like, say they cloned you, but he's out there
just doing
while
it.
you're out here.
Nah,
you guys are both out in the streets.
I'd have to
Would you want that? Would you want to know that there's another exact you roaming around?
Only if that I had influence over his decisions, and if I had like playback, like video playback of his adventures. I'd want to see what he's doing.
You could have that.
Video, but I can't have influence. But I could get a daily kind of highlight reel of what he did that day.
Yes. Yeah.
But no influence. I don't know. Could we hang out?
What if your
friends?
clone is like? What if your clone gets like mad rich, gets all these women? He's living like this. He's super successful. His family loves him. Everybody talks great about him.
I would be so butthurt, dude. I would not like that.
Like, the fuck did my clone just do?
Didn't they make that movie about that on Netflix? Something about like with Paul Rudd when it was him and his clone. And then his clone was like doing his life better than him, and like making his wife happy and stuff like that. And he wanted to kill himself, It was funny. It was a good series. But
yeah, I think they could. I definitely think they could clone people though. That I'm on board with. I don't think that's far fetched.
Yeah,
I don't think that's far fetched.
Here, Adele, I believe Adele cloned her dog, and she said that.
Yeah, I mean,
she said that you could clone a dog, but you cannot clone the soul of a dog.
Right.
So, and that's kind of like,
right. So here's the thing too. There's another conspiracy of DeMar Hamlin being cloned. The Bills player that had the heart attack on the field because he was like out of it for so long. Like how in the world could he possibly be okay after everything he went through? Right. So there was talks about that. And what I was thinking is if you could clone the guy, can you still clone his skill? Because he's training and he's still on the Bills roster. So can he play? You feel me? Like, can you clone someone's skill set as well?
Why do they think he's not? Why do they think he's not him?
Could you clone
a skill?
Someone's soul, someone's emotions? They think it's not him because like he didn't have any blood flow. He didn't have any, or not blood flow. I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. No oxygen to the brain for a very long amount of time. And if you watch that night. I was watching live that night. Okay. It was a big game, dude. It was a big game. Everyone was watching. We couldn't take our eyes off the screen, dude. And I really thought that guy died. I really did. And no one wanted to say it. No one wanted to think it. But I'm like, this guy is dead, dude. Like, how? They're taking way too long. Everyone's circling him. This doesn't look right. When he went to the hospital, you hear what happened to him. He had a heart attack on the field, right? And You really do think, like, how the hell did he make it? It's truly remarkable and amazing. And, you know, they'll say it's
Yeah.
prayer, God, his teammates, and I'll believe that. I'll believe that. I'm just saying that's
The
why
possibility
people
that
think.
he could
That's why
be
people
cloned.
think. Yes.
All right,
So
here's the thing. I could
thing.
imagine the Buffalo Bills being like, well, we've made a large investment on this gentleman, and we're about to lose a season, and it's a championship year, and da da da. We need him on the field,
Yeah.
you know. So
Well,
maybe
let me
like,
stop you there.
okay.
Let me stop
You
you there.
got my
'Cause you're
imagination going. I was just like, huh.
No, yeah, no, but
Right.
you're thinking small. Think about the NFL. How would that look to the NFL? The NFL has a benefit to clone someone and say no one died on our field from a heart attack.
Okay.
Now, I bring this story up too to go with Jamie Foxx. LeBron James' son just had a heart attack as well. That was scary, dude. We're all watching Bronny come up. You know, he's just
18
like this
years old. How's he having a heart attack?
18 dude in USC, right? And it's a crazy world. So I bring all that up to say the conspiracy and all that shit is with the vaccine. Some people believe it is the vaccine that is causing all these issues within players. DeMar Hamlin vaccinated. Jamie Foxx, I believe this is what the story goes, is he wasn't vaccinated and he got vaccinated for a film, and that's when he got sick.
Wow.
And that's when complications happened. Now, look, no, I'm just saying what the rumors, conspiracies, what people draw out, you know. When I was growing up young, bro, I love conspiracy theories. And I always thought, like, why don't they talk about it, like, just more blatant and on the news so they could debunk them? Like, to just put the facts out. Let's talk about, let's put it in the air, put what people think about. So that would be the thought. And that is what I think would be a big reason why they would want to hide this and use maybe clones potentially to not have these people die after they've been vaccinated.
I mean,
that's all I could think of.
Like, you can. Then why don't they clone Tom Brady? You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't they clone it? I mean,
maybe they have, bro. The Tom Brady played for a long ass time.
That's true. He did play for a long time.
Oh. Maybe they have, dude. We don't know who they cloned. I wish they cloned Tupac. I tell you that much. I wish they cloned Bob Marley. They don't clone the good ones.
No, but they got the holograms.
No, everybody's
they got
good.
the holograms. But do you think, like, look, with the vaccine, man, like,
yeah, what do you think about that? We never really talked about that.
Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I don't know if but I don't want anyone to, like, you know, get upset or anything. But I always believed that there was some hijinks going on with the fucking vaccine. There's some sort of hijinks, some sort of fuckery, right? And I never got vaccinated. You know, never. Now, I did just have COVID like 2 weeks ago. You know, like for the third time. But you know, it was very, very, you know.
Okay. That's interesting.
Like light and not too heavy. I mean, I just could taste it in my mouth again, and that's like I knew. I was like, oh, it's that taste. But I'm, you know, I never got vaccinated just because I was kind of like there's a lot of fuckery around it, and
huge fuckery,
and
around all of it. And I know everyone was sick of talking vaccines for a while and all that shit, and I am too. I'm vaccinated because I felt like I was put in a position I had to be. I maybe saw the writing on the wall. I wanted to attend a Raider game. I wanted to go to Mexico for my honeymoon. You know, there were reasons why I got vaccinated.
Do you regret it?
So far, so good. So far, so good. Here's the thing. It's so new. We don't know what the effects long-term are. We don't know what the side effects are. Like, there's no way anyone could tell you that with a straight face. I don't care. Right. I don't care. Any doctor comes on here and could say, these are the effects. It hasn't been around that long. You don't know what's happening. And if all these athletes start having heart attacks, dude, it's going to be a little scary and it's going to be something to look at. And people have died when they got vaccinated. You know, there has been reports of that. It's not like an astronomical number, but it's not like it's not impossible at the same time. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I'm vaccinated. We all want to take care of everybody. That's a big reason why people get vaccinated, to help yourself, to try to fight off any disease. I don't believe COVID is like fake or anything like that. You know, yeah, I've always been a conspiracy kind of guy. I've always been like a mark of the devil kind of guy. Like, that's going to happen one day. You know, I love the movie V for Vendetta. And I feel like V for Dead, I feel like it plays into this, you know, society. They take control with fear and we give away freedoms through fear. And they'll keep doing that. They'll keep slowly doing that.
Do you think that's what these aliens?
Who knows?
Maybe that's...
Here's another thought, dude. Well, yeah. Maybe that's the aliens.
You know,
that's exactly where I was going to go with it, man. Maybe aliens don't exist, but now they want us to think they exist.
They do,
so
right?
They can control us even more.
Right. Exactly.
Whoa, bro.
I mean, that's like, I'm not.
So now they're going to show us an alien, and I'm not even going to believe it.
Right.
And they're going to be like, It's an
I
alien.
want to see a
I'm like,
walking,
no,
talking alien. I need to
it's
see a walking,
fake.
talking alien. I want to shake an alien's hand, you know, and I want to be like, "Is this an animatronic?" No,
I want to
I
fucking
want to
see
feel
an
its
alien serve
flesh.
me a drink at the bar, dude. That's what I
No,
want.
no, no, no. Aliens ain't serving. Yo,
Like
if an alien
like
came,
some
it's
Star Wars
aliens a
shit.
celebrity, instant celebrity, instant celebrity. Think about it. If aliens like just like,
Yeah.
oh, what up? By the way, I speak this alien gibberish and you know things, and his eyes go black.
I am alien.
Aliens probably just look exactly like us, but have like evolved. They're us, but evolved slightly. So they have like maybe two ears, or like maybe a really sensitive hearing, or the hearing of a dolphin. You know, like where we could do sonar. You know, like they could do so. Aliens have sonar. That would be dope. You know, that's probably
That'd be dope.
like, you know,
That'd be dope,
or their
bro.
eyes could see, like they could communicate through their eyes with like a phone, you know, and they could communicate through with their friends. Like just think of a friend, and you're talking to your friend in your
What if the
mind.
only way we could communicate with aliens was to do mushrooms? So you could be open up that like brain frequency that allows you to
The
like
only way?
telepathically speak. Like, yeah, what if that was the only way and you could telepathically speak to the alien? You got to be on this higher level like the aliens. So there's
To
no way to
understand
speak
them,
to it
right?
if you're not on their level. You have to get
Do you
on their
think that they
level.
would try
Or
to
maybe
speak to
DMT
us?
or whatever.
Do you think they would try to speak to us if they knew that we didn't understand?
Yeah, I hope so, because I want to have them on Capture Culture and
No.
ask the 10 Blades. Ask the 10 Blades to,
Well, I think what the news and the media and all the recent alien kind of propaganda is preparing us for something, or either distracting us from another thing. You know,
it's all about distractions, right? All about distractions.
yeah.
Sometimes that's with the smoke in the mirrors. You know, I brought up to you the other day with the submarine week, when we were all talking about the submarine and how
Right.
every day there was a news to keep the cycle alive, like every single day. You know, during that week, Jeffrey Epstein's emails got deleted with JP Morgan Bank. So huge bank, 47 million emails got deleted by the bank. Really think about that. A known child sex trafficker. He had the island, all that murky shit behind him, around him, surrounding his name. He's
Jeffrey
involved with a huge bank that controls a lot of the power that goes around with the world, just in general, right? That happened during the submarine week, but no one was talking about this, and no one was talking about how they got fined. JP Morgan got fined, slap on the wrist. Some of those emails were subpoenaed for like court trials, and they deleted them, you know. Shady shit, bro. Shady ass shit.
You know, do they get in trouble for deleting them? Like, is there? Or
Yeah, they did. They got fined.
They got a slap on the wrist. JP Morgan's got a fine. They
slap on the wrist.
They can handle
it. Was like
it.
a
They can handle
or maybe $1 million fine.
Just $1 million.
But then also recently they also got they lost a charge on like sexual misconduct with Jeffrey Epstein as well. Like this was in court. JP
Morgan is like, in our connection to it is like Chase Bank, right? So like, is Chase Bank is like, so
well, you know, when they say all these conspiracies and they say it's them, who are they?
Mm-hmm.
JP Morgan would fall under they. It's the bankers. They are bankers. Centralized bankers, they really run shit. They run all of it. So this story happened while the submarine story was going on, and that just took everything. Everyone was talking about that, not the like some other important shit going on. And I also bring that up because you were telling me you watched Sound of Freedom.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I did. It was excellent film.
You said it was excellent.
Yeah.
Speak on it, dude. What's Sound of Freedom about?
Well, Tim Robbins, I believe his name is, or Tim. Man, you put me on the spot, like doing a book report. But it was a great.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
The only reason why I asked you that is because you watched it.
Yeah, I watched it.
You watched it.
Yeah.
I haven't yet, but I know about it. I know the story around it. So I was just like,
I mean,
it's about child sex trafficking.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what
about
it is about. You know, like it's child sex trafficking. It's about one agent, and pretty much there's a boy and a girl, a brother and sister, that they, you know, the girl is singing, and you know, somebody's like, oh hey, like spoilers, right? But like talent agent gets the girl like, oh, you're really pretty, and then goes and asks her dad if can she come to this photo shoot, and then and then
All right, all right. So,
so
so a girl gets swindled into
swindled,
getting child.
and
I'm just trying to help you
the
get
kids. They take the
to, like
kids.
telling the whole storyline right here.
They take the kids, and then they separate the kids. They separate the boy
Right.
and the girl, and then the agent, he finds the boy first, and then and then boy like tell him the story of what happens, and then he's like, keep this in your keep this like gives him gives him this little locket that his sister gave him, and from there like he's like, I'm just putting the piece, this job tears me apart, but like I'm just trying to put the pieces back together, and it's a really good movie, man. I thought it was a great film, but
yeah. So he goes overseas to save these kids. This is really happening.
Mm-hmm.
Child sex trafficking. The movie's about that. Almost didn't get made.
Just go see the movie. Yeah, go see the movie.
Try to get tabled. Yeah, I got to see the movie. So, but the background behind it too, another conspiracy with all of that,
another
right?
Conspiracy.
They try to table that movie, and out of all the companies in the world that actually bought like the rights in the studio and bought the rights to this film and to try to not make it happen,
right?
It was Disney. Disney tried to make this movie not happen. Disney flat out was like, we're not gonna make this movie.
Disney got your hands dirty, Disney.
Bro, Disney.
Disney got their hands dirty.
Why would Disney not want to bring attention to protecting the kids and children? It's not like a Disney movie. You're not going to put it in animation, You're just simply helping fund it, produce it, get it out there, distribute it. That's all your job.
So when you're saying that they shelved the movie, what they did is that they bought the rights to the movie and then decided like, we're not going to make it for now. Nobody's going to make it, so this is here for a later time. But eventually they did release it, right? So
they got it. And you know what studio got it?
What?
Angel Studio. Studio got it, dude. Like the play on names and shit, like it's kind of wild, dude.
Yeah. So
and the guy the story's about is like a devout Christian.
Yeah.
And he got the lead actor that he played. I forget his name, but the lead actor doesn't even look like him, but he wanted him to play him in the movie because he's also a devout Christian, and Angel Studios picked it up to make this movie, put it to light. People are loving it. People are crying when they watch it. I had a coworker tell me she cried in the beginning. Like it was really intense, and they made it happen to draw awareness to this. I mean, it's wild. Look, we're all wrapping this shit up into the aliens, dude. What if the aliens is another distraction off Sound of Freedom gaining momentum and child sex trafficking gaining momentum?
Well, actually, Sound of Freedom has got like one of the most successful box office opens right now. I think besides Barbie and Oppenheimer, but
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's actually doing good.
Well, look at this. How about this conspiracy? Look, Barbie and Oppenheimer get released. Those are two very powerful movies, and have two big like expected opens, and they put it out against Sound of Freedom, who are maybe the leads of those studios. Who are they? And why are they competing?
Well, I think Sound of Freedom, I believe, came out like a week before them, a week before them. But it did do better than like Indiana Jones and whatnot. I'm not a big movie guy anymore, like box office hits and box office numbers. But I know summertime is huge to make your box office money. And I don't know, man. I'm just happy though that there's people are thinking about it, and it's making them, I don't know, just question things and really be on guard and just be sharp to what's going on in the world, like the darkness that's going on in the world, Like I get wanting to just look the other way and live your life and be happy, like ignorance is bliss. But once like certain knowledges exist, it's kind of hard. Like you can't, like, I don't know, my heart is big. I empathize with so much of this, like the child sex trafficking thing. I watched the Jared of Subway documentary, and that is disturbing, dude. Oh my God, it's sick. Like this lady has recorded phone calls with him speaking about children in a way that you just is like disgusting, dude. It's disgusting. And this whole Epstein, all that shit, dude. It's weird. It's weird. So Sound of Freedom, I hope that sound rings. I am going to go check it out. I just haven't checked it out yet, but I do want to go see it. Man. Excellent. They were trying to like CNN and all of them were trying to link it to QAnon. They're really trying to like label it as this conspiracy movie, as this like propaganda, and try like fear mongering.
Yeah, I feel like all of that's
it's based on a true story. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, why was certain media outlets trying to hurt this movie?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like it's all weird. Like anybody that would say negative things about a movie that's just trying to shed light on child sex trafficking, you should be looked at weird. You know, you should be questioned. Right? Right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
that's just kind of common sense, right? Like why would you try to bash a movie trying to shed light on that? Like I just don't understand.
You know,
that.
there's a lot of, you know, what's it called? Types of promotion, I guess, you know, like any kind of thing talking about a movie, you know, people being like, well, what's this movie? You know, and I think it's
well, what that was discrediting, not like necessarily promotion. That, like, you know, when they try to discredit a witness, they were trying to discredit the movie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think CNN really, or any of those big news companies, I really don't, you know, think they're much credible with people nowadays anyway, you know, so.
I feel you. I feel that. Let's switch it up, dude. There's another story I want to talk about. I think you're going to like this and just find it interesting because it's an Elon Musk story. Okay. This guy always finds his way to the cast, man. We love Elon. He's changing Twitter to X. You've seen that, right? Like this big thing.
Yes.
Changing everything to X. So there's a guy that owned the handle X. Okay, he owned @X. Gene X Wang. He owned the Twitter handle @X. Okay. One day he woke up and Elon Musk now owned that Twitter handle.
Wow.
This guy claims that they just took the handle from him. Like they just took it from him.
Yo, if I paid 40 billion, if I paid 40 billion for a company.
Snatched.
Yeah, if I paid 40 billion too, I'd take them all. Like it doesn't matter, man. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
Give the guy like $1 million, dude. You say fuck him, you're ruthless. You're a greedy ass dude.
I would never vote for you. It's my company, bro. Doesn't matter. My company. You don't have to use it. How about this? You don't have to use it. You could be X2. You could be X2.
That's so shady. You know, I don't like the story just because Elon plays himself as like this man of the people, right? He plays himself as a leader. But he tries to come off as like a friendly guy. This ain't too friendly, bro. This isn't friendly. You just snatch the guy's name.
I don't think he cares, really. I think he's just.
He does it. He's a billionaire. That's the point.
I mean, look. Well, how's the saying go? Scorpion's gonna, you know, a scorpion. Expect a scorpion to be a scorpion.
Scorpion's gonna sting.
Yeah, expect it. You know, if you get exactly, a scorpion's gonna sting.
Scorpion's gonna sting.
No,
we'll accept the X to X you out because that's what the X just did.
Hey, it doesn't matter, man. It's his company, and you know, if he wanted to take, you know, CCP for the win, you know, then he's gonna take it.
That was like a low down, dirty move to do. You just all you have is your name. You get what I'm saying? Like all you have is your name.
Guess what he has? He has the entire company, and he has the right.
And we put
to do it.
I know, right? He definitely. I was thinking, like legally, could he do that? And like, hell yeah, he probably owns the rights to every handle, so he could just take anyone's handle. You know,
when we sign up for all these websites, man, there's a term of service. And no one reads the terms of service, but I guarantee in the terms of service it says like at any time your name could be taken from you or your handle could be taken from you.
That's what that Black Mirror episode was about. That awesome one. Joan is awful. Black Mirror. New Black Mirror.
Terms of service, season. Right. Love it.
Terms of services, bro. She got fucked and there was nothing she could do about it, right? But here's the thing. Like, here's a scary thing though, right? They could just take your account, right? Overtake it. Now it's theirs. Everything, all your security. There's got to be a law for the security shit. But the point I'm trying to make with just taking your account is they could like hack anybody's account and tweet anything out that person didn't even tweet. And you could put them in any kind of hot water. Do you get them canceled as far as celebrities? You get businessmen in trouble. Like no one man should have all that power. You get what I'm saying? Well, like that's scary. Like that could really put someone in a high position. Not guys like you and me. No one's paying attention to what the fuck I tweet. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you take a national leader and you go out and you just hijack his account,
you can start a war.
You can
start a war like that, right?
You can start a war. You can start a war, right? The deep fake technology, all that shit. And now you're hearing like, I don't know, I can't call it Twitter anymore, but now you're hearing Twitter X it's going to be primarily like an AI controlled base, like app, all of it.
Everything is going that way, actually, man. AI is
right. Yeah. So
AI is the wave you've got to catch right now. Dude.
He did him dirty just taking his name, dude. Just give him $1 million. You could have made a good story out of that. Like,
I think
you could have.
It makes me like Elon. I mean, it makes me like, oh, this guy's
that
like,
he just jacked that guy's name. Yeah,
you know, like it's kind of like I like the bad guy.
You're a heel.
You're
a heel.
Villain,
yeah, you're
exactly.
a heel.
I'm a super villain.
Super villain.
Super villain, exactly. Not a heel.
I don't know. Villain. Villain. Yeah.
No, you know, I fight for, my peoples.
Right, dude.
Not.
You're Magneto. I'm Professor X.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly.
That's how
You're
this
Professor
dynamic
X.
goes.
Are you Professor X really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm bald.
That's true.
I got
okay.
a bad back, so I'm probably gonna be sitting in a wheelchair when I'm 70. No.
Okay, and you fight for humanity, even though they spit in your face, huh? Even though they.
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously, yeah, exactly.
All right.
And I'm a mutant. I work with the mind. You know.
All right. Well, he cannot control Magneto's mind. That's why Magneto wears that on his head, because to protect him from the psychic abilities.
Yeah.
That's also why Juggernaut wears it. Actually,
you know who else needed some psychic ass ability?
Juggernaut
really
is Magneto's brother.
That's cool. That's really
Did you know that?
Juggernaut. Wow.
Did you know that? I bet you didn't. No, but just joking.
Yeah. Well, anyways, moving on to psychic ability. What's her face, dude? Carly Russell should have had some psychic ability, bro. We got to talk about this girl real quick, because what a dumbass.
I don't even know what she's trying to do.
She tried to fake her kidnapping. She tried to fake a kidnapping. She called the cops she said there was like a 4-year-old on the side of the road and blah, blah, blah. And then she just vanished. She's just trying to escape her life, I guess, dude. What a fucking idiot. And she got caught like very, very soon.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Well, it was about 4 days, right? Or no, the way she got caught, right? It was very simple, kind of like there was never any other reports. It was
she had like just gone to Target and purchased all these like items, like food items and stuff. And then like in her car, all the items, they weren't there. You know what I mean? Like she took them all with. So why would a kidnapper wouldn't take the items as well? They saw her search history. The cops did. They saw her search history, and it was like taken how to like get money out of a cash register, one-way ticket somewhere.
So
like
stupid.
What an idiot! All right. So here's the thing. First thing, common sense, bro. If I'm trying to fake a kidnapping, if I'm trying to disappear, the first move is getting out of the country. Like that's just. Right? That's object one. Object one.
But what's the motivation of the kidnapping? Like, what are you trying? What's the end game? Like, what is end game? Like, what are you trying to? What like you want? You want $50,000? You want to like? What did she want?
Trying to cash out on some kind of life.
Like, no one had the. Like who's gonna? What was her boyfriend gonna pay for it? Was her? Like, how was she?
Was she trying to like leave this secondary life? But you have no money.
But people are also saying that she was trying to do a Jussie Smollett,
Well, that story is very similar, just a hoax and a lie.
Right.
Just another lie, bro. And she might be facing a maximum of 1 year. I hope she gets the whole year, because that shit is wrong. Because you're taking police resources away from like other shit to try to look and search for a kidnapping.
Maximum of 1 year. That's it.
That's it for faking a kidnapping, I guess.
Oh, 5 years,
it's
man.
like,
give her 5.
It's like if you think 5.
5.
Yeah, I mean, they should give her maybe 2. I don't know.
She's famous. She's famous now. Like you got to give her enough time. You got to give her enough time that when she gets out, she's not going to have any of that kind of clout anymore. Like, but in a year, she's still going to have clout. Still going to be able to like write a book, get a book written about it. Go on podcast shows and talk about it.
Are you going to read that book? She's done though. Like, what does she have to say? She didn't even execute anything. Not that I've ever really sat and tried to think about it and figure out how I would like fake my kidnapping. I think faking your death is cooler. Like, wouldn't you want to fake your death? Maybe it's easier for kidnapping. You just go missing.
If I was trying to fake my kidnapping,
they're both felonies.
Probably because like I wanted to maybe disappear, or
maybe you owe somebody money.
But then kidnapping, like who's gonna like when you kidnap somebody, it's because you want a reward, right? It's because you usually like want a reward for them to return safely. So if I was to be kidnapped,
good point.
You know, like who am I calling to be like, oh hey, they're gonna chop my arm if you don't send this money. You know, like who am I doing that to? You know, like
maybe she was like going there. Maybe she was gonna try to do that. She couldn't even make it that far.
Yeah, but who who is she trying to pull the money out of? You know, like
I don't know, dude.
That's kind of the question. Like, who around her has got the money? You know, like
she obviously needed it. She's Googling how to take money from a cash register.
Yeah.
I just
tell him to open the register. Be like, hey, give me that money. You know, now.
I mean, at most, you want to go to Mexico or something. Like you want to try to escape, not get caught. Wait for things to cool down a little. Sounds like they just caught her right around the corner.
Yeah, go underground. You know, like go live in a tent. You know, go kind of just.
Yeah.
I don't know what she was doing. Anyway, but glad she got caught. I'm glad that she's got the egg on her face right now, and it's kind of her boyfriend left her. You know. Her boyfriend stood by her the entire time, like stood by her, and then like at the last minute, well, not the last minute, but when it came out that when she admitted pretty much that she did it, then he left.
What if she was trying to get away from him? What if that's the story? How bad must your relationship be? You want to try to fake a kidnapping?
Yo, what if your girl faked the kidnapping?
To get out of it.
What if
or maybe she was trying to get money from him. Maybe she was going to call him later as somebody. If you want your girl back, you got to buy her a ring.
It's not even.
If my girl faked a kidnapping,
yeah,
it's shameful. Shameful. I say you got to fake it. Woman be gone.
Damn. Yeah, no, it's kind of.
I mean, that's pretty hurtful, bro. That's pretty like.
Think about all the pain you put your family through, both your families, like all that, man. Like
her coworkers hated her. Like a lot of people like were pissed, man, because they thought their friend got kidnapped. You have a community that thinks like, there's a kidnapper out there. You get a whole community scared, and none of it's real.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's the world we live in, man. That's the world we live in.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yep. Yeah, well, I think that's good, dude, right?
Sounds good. We're about 46 minutes.
I think it's 40. I think it's good. 46 minutes. We're gonna let the listeners go. We're gonna let them let it go. We're gonna glide into
go enjoy your day.
Into the sunset. Go enjoy your day. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Stay blessed at your best with a solid flex.
Easy.